Upstairs neighbor doesn't care, so I made them care. I lived in this old farmhouse apartment with 2 units. Me downstairs, single mom and her 2 teenage kids upstairs. The place was built in like 1920, so the floors were basically cardboard. Every sound traveled straight through my ceiling. The mom, Carla, worked doubles at the hospital and cleaned offices on weekends. She was never home. Her kids, Zoe and Trevor, were around 15 and 16. When she worked nights, they'd throw these insane parties, like full-blown ragers with 30 kids stomping around at 2 in the morning. Music so loud my windows vibrated. They'd drag furniture across the floor for hours. It sounded like they were dropping bowling balls. I had to wake up at 3 a.m. for my warehouse job. No joke, I was getting maybe 3 hours of sleep when these parties happened. I'd go upstairs and knock politely. "Hey guys, I know you're having fun, but I work early. Can you keep it down just a little?" They'd say, "Sure, no problem," then crank the music louder the second I left. This went on for weeks. I was falling asleep at work. My supervisor, Jake, kept asking if I was okay because I looked dead. One night I went up there again around midnight. The music was so loud I couldn't even hear myself knock. I pounded on the door for 5 minutes before Trevor opened it. He was clearly drunk with red Solo cups scattered everywhere behind him. I tried being reasonable one more time. "Look, I don't want to get you in trouble with your mom or call cops. I just need to sleep before work. Can you please turn it down?" Trevor looked at me like I was speaking another language. Then he laughed and said, "Go fuck yourself, old man, we're having fun." I was 23. That's when I remembered something important. My landlord, Rick, had given me the only key to the basement utility room. He trusted me because I'd helped him fix the hot water heater and knew about electrical stuff. The main breaker panel for both apartments was down there, so I went downstairs, grabbed my key, and headed to the basement. Found the breaker labeled upstairs unit. Flipped it off. The music stopped instantly. I heard them yelling and scrambling around upstairs. I locked the basement door and went to bed. First good night's sleep I'd had in months. I woke up at 3, turned the power back on, and left for work. When I got home, Carla was in the driveway looking confused. She asked if I'd had any power problems. I told her nope, everything worked fine all night. She said the weirdest thing happened. Her kids lost power for hours, but mine stayed on. I just shrugged and said old houses are weird. The next night, they threw another party. Same routine music at midnight, stomping around like elephants. I gave them 30 minutes to see if they'd learned. Nope. So I went downstairs, flipped their breaker, and enjoyed perfect silence. Did this for 2 weeks straight. Every time they got loud, I cut their power. Finally, Trevor came downstairs one evening. He looked exhausted and defeated. He asked if I knew anything about the power going out during their parties. I looked him dead in the eye and said, "Houses can be unpredictable when you don't respect them." He got the message. After that, the parties stopped completely. Turns out when you can't charge phones or play music, teenagers lose interest fast.